Kourtney Kardashian feels it long before she can explain it. The shift doesn't announce itself loudly. It doesn't arrive with arguments, raised voices, or visible cracks. It settles in slowly, almost invisibly, like a weight pressing down on moments that once felt effortless. Something about Travis Barker has changed, and this time it doesn't feel temporary. It doesn't feel like stress that will pass or a phase that will resolve itself with time. It feels deeper, colder, more permanent. According to sources close to Kourtney, she has become increasingly aware that Travis feels emotionally altered lately. Not dramatically distant, not cruel or neglectful, but quieter in a way that leaves space where connection used to live. For a couple once defined by intensity, obsession, and emotional closeness, the contrast feels unsettling. Travis is still there. He still shows up. He still plays his role. He is present in the ways that can be measured and seen. But insiders say his emotional presence feels diminished, pulled inward, guarded, less accessible. Kourtney, who friends describe as intensely intuitive and emotionally aware, reportedly sensed this shift almost immediately. Those close to her say she is trying not to panic, not to assign blame prematurely, not to turn intuition into accusation. She believes love isn't always loud. That real love is patient, enduring, resilient. That it holds even when things feel uncertain. But patience becomes heavier when silence stretches too long. She understands the weight Travis carries, the pressure of music, family, public scrutiny, and a past that hasn't always been easy to outrun. She knows he retreats inward when overwhelmed. She has made space for that. But even with that understanding, the feeling that something between them is slipping has not gone away. Friends say Kourtney has noticed the emotional erosion in small but telling ways. Conversations that no longer go deep, reassurance that feels thinner. Moments where Travis seems mentally distant even when he's physically right beside her. And what makes this especially disturbing is that Kourtney has fought hard to build a life rooted in calm, safety, and emotional clarity. Emotional distance threatens that foundation more than chaos ever could. Insiders say she has begun quietly questioning whether Travis is overwhelmed or whether he is unconsciously pulling away as a form of self-preservation. Not because he wants distance, but because he doesn't know how to carry what he's feeling without shutting down. Fans have sensed it too. Their interactions feel restrained. Their public energy appears controlled, almost muted. There is no visible conflict, no obvious fracture, no betrayal to point to. But the emotional gap is there, lingering beneath the surface. And in relationships, distance doesn't always signal an ending. Sometimes it signals something far more dangerous: neglect. As time passes, that unease hasn't softened. It has settled. Sources say Kourtney feels the emotional gap becoming more consistent, more patterned. Not because Travis is doing anything overtly wrong, but because he feels increasingly unreachable. Those close to the couple say the change is subtle but relentless, which makes it more alarming than a single explosive fight ever would be. Travis continues to support in practical ways, but emotionally he feels sealed off. Conversations fade quickly. Moments don't linger. Kourtney senses he's carrying something heavy and choosing not to share it. Friends say she has tried to gently check in, asking if he's okay, asking if there's something he wants to talk about. Travis reportedly reassures her that everything is fine, but reassurance without emotional presence rings hollow. When words and energy don't match, doubt grows. Not doubt about love, but about connection. Fans watching closely have noticed it too. Their appearances feel quieter, more restrained, less instinctively affectionate. Not cold, just guarded. Many believe the weight of constant attention, blended family pressure, and unresolved internal stress may be consuming Travis more than he's willing to admit. For Kourtney, this moment feels fragile. She isn't afraid of difficult conversations, but she understands that confronting someone who is already retreating can cause them to disappear further. So instead of reacting, she's watching, measuring, trying to understand whether this is emotional burnout or the beginning of something deeper and more dangerous. Emotional withdrawal rarely happens overnight. It creeps in slowly, disguised as tiredness, stress, or distraction, until distance becomes routine. As the pattern continues, insiders say Kourtney's concern has shifted from curiosity to quiet alarm. This no longer feels temporary. It feels embedded. Travis isn't just having off days. He feels consistently more internal, more emotionally restrained, and less expressive than the man she married. Kourtney has reportedly begun replaying moments in her mind. Conversations that ended abruptly. Silences that felt heavier than words. Times when Travis was present in body, but absent in spirit. She isn't accusing him. She isn't assuming betrayal. But she trusts her intuition. She knows the difference between someone needing space and someone slowly detaching without meaning to. People close to Travis insist this isn't a lack of love. They believe he is overwhelmed, drowning quietly rather than drifting away. Travis has always processed stress internally. When pressure builds, he withdraws. He goes silent. But silence to a partner can feel indistinguishable from abandonment. Kourtney has reportedly tried to adapt without losing herself. She's allowing space while becoming more observant, noticing when his responses feel automatic, when emotional reassurance fades. Friends say she hasn't confronted him directly yet, not because she's afraid, but because she's trying to understand whether this is something he can resolve alone or something that requires a painful, defining conversation. Fans have noticed the same shift. The energy between them no longer feels spontaneous. It feels cautious, contained. Their relationship doesn't look broken, but it does feel suspended. What worries people most is timing. Kourtney has reached a stage where peace matters more than intensity, where emotional safety matters more than passion. Feeling someone slowly pull away threatens that balance in a way she can't ignore. There's no explosion, no confrontation, no dramatic moment to point to. Just two people handling pressure in opposite ways, one retreating inward, the other standing still, watching, waiting, trying to decide whether the distance is temporary or something that will harden into permanence. Everything now rests on communication. If Travis opens up, this could become a moment that deepens their bond. If silence continues, emotional distance may quietly become emotional habit. Insiders say Kourtney is becoming increasingly aware of her boundaries. She's no longer filling the silence with reassurance or emotional labor. Instead, she's observing. Does Travis lean in when she steps back? Does he notice the shift? Or does the distance remain unchanged? These aren't accusations, they're warnings. Travis, meanwhile, is said to be operating in survival mode. Overwhelmed by responsibility and expectation, he believes silence equals strength. But emotional self-protection can feel like rejection to a partner reaching for connection. Fans feel it too. The relationship doesn't look over. It looks paused, suspended in uncertainty, as if both are waiting for the other to make the first move. Kourtney isn't spiraling. She isn't walking away. But she is no longer ignoring what her instincts are telling her. She knows love alone isn't enough. Emotional presence matters. And while she remains hopeful, she also understands one truth. Silence, if left unbroken, can change a relationship permanently. This chapter isn't defined by betrayal or chaos. It's defined by emotional erosion and unspoken weight. Kourtney feels the shift. Travis is carrying something heavy. And fans are watching closely, knowing that sometimes the most dangerous moments in a relationship aren't loud. They're quiet.